Welcome to another RSR. Tonight, this afternoon, we are reacting to the FIFA World Cup 2026 draw. We have 12 groups drawn, 4 teams each. The 6 playoff teams put into groups. And we have an interesting draw to talk about. I'll tell you what the group is. I'll tell you what I think about it. No predictions yet. We save those for next June, right before the tournament, because we don't know what injuries will happen, who will qualify in March. We don't know that yet. I'll tell you what I think about the groups firsthand, off my first impression, and what it looks like for the CONCACAF teams, what it looks like in general, how happy I am with it. We're going to look at it, and we'll talk about each group in order, starting with Group A, Mexico, South Korea, South Africa, winner of UEFA Playoff D, which is one of the 4 teams of Denmark, North Macedonia, Czechia, and Ireland. One of those 4 will be in that group, whoever wins that path. Mexico, South Korea, and South Africa, we know, is in that group. Mexico heading it, playing the opening game at the Azteca. South Korea, Human Son, in the same group as Mexico. South Africa in the group as well, plus a playoff team. A probably very good playoff team, or at least a strong playoff team. Preferably, I'd want it to be Ireland. I want Ireland to win that playoff. Irish blood. You want them to make it. Denmark probably be the one to make it, but I want Ireland to make it. But it's a very interesting group. Mexico should get out of it. Let's remember there are 8 third-place teams that will get out of the group stage to go to the knockout stage. The round of 32, there will be that. So there'll be 8 third-place teams. There are 4 groups that'll be SOL, but there will be 8 third-place teams that go on to the round of 32. So with this group, in theory, Mexico should at least be a third-place team and be good enough to get out of the group stage. Lucky loser. With that being said, though, Mexico, if they play like they have been, I like their chances. I think they should beat South Africa. South Korea could be interesting. It is in Mexico. Playoff team. Denmark, Ireland. I still think Mexico on paper is better than them. But it'll be an interesting group to watch play out. I think Mexico got an easy group, but not as easy as Canada. Maybe easier than the U.S., or the U.S. has an easier group, but I know Canada, out of the 3 hosts, my opinion, Canada got the easiest group, which segues into Group B. Canada, Switzerland, Qatar, the winner of UEFA Playoff A, being Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. One of those 4 teams will be in Canada's group. I'd prefer it to be Italy. I think that would actually be easier than Wales, slightly, for Canada as well, but I'd love to see Canada, Italy at a World Cup. If we're going to see a hockey game between Canada and Italy at the Olympics, I want to see Canada versus Italy at the World Cup, even if it is a crappy Italy. With that being said, probably Wales. I actually probably like our chances more against Italy than Wales. Even though it's still easy, I'd still like our chances more against Italy. But Canada, Italy, Canada, possibly Italy, possibly Wales, probably one of those 2. Switzerland, Qatar, Canada will easily beat, I'm sure. Switzerland, I like Canada, and Switzerland plays openly, so I like our chances there. Canada could win this group. I think they should, frankly. No parking the bus, maybe Wales. If it's Wales, it might be a bit tougher to win the group, but we should finish top 2 at the very least. Italy, they are defensively based, but I wouldn't say they're a park the bus team, and besides, they're crap at this point. It'd be interesting, but either way, I like Canada's group, very easy. We absolutely got off easy. We got off easy. We should be in the knockout stage pretty obviously. Group C, Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. I think this is a group Morocco might win, honestly. Brazil, questionable right now. Scotland's a good team, but do I see them being top of the group? No. Haiti, I want to see them fight. Do they have a good chance of it? Probably not. Probably not. But Morocco, I think, might just be the one with the pole position to win the group. Just a hunch. Group D, United States, Australia, Paraguay, the winner of UEFA Playoff C. One of the 4 countries of Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo. Probably Turkey. But United States got an easy group besides Australia. But not as easy as Canada. And it's them or Mexico. I don't know which one's easier. I'd say they're in like a tier of like easy, but not as easy as Canada. Canada got the easiest group, at least out of the hosts. But as I look, maybe I think they might have just got the easiest group in general. United States should top 2 this group, if not win it. But it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But United States got a pretty easy group as well. All 3 hosts got a pretty easy group. Doable. Unless they're totally just crap. Canada got the easiest. They'd be the hardest failure if they failed. Group E. We have Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, and Curacao. Very interesting group. I think there are 3 teams that could win the group. Curaçao's not one of them. But I'd love to see Curacao fight. I want to see them try. But they got a tough group for their first ever World Cup. How does it feel? Well, 2022 wasn't our first. It was our second, but our first in a long while. First in my lifetime, so might as well be first. Either way, how does it feel? Not good, eh? Yeah. Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and the winner of UEFA Playoff B, which is Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, or Albania. Probably Poland. Probably. But that's probably the closest playoff of them all, I would say. All of them have a chance. Even Sweden, if they wake up. But Netherlands, Japan, playoff, Tunisia, that's going to be an interesting group. I wouldn't say it's the group of death, but definitely anybody could make a move in that group. Even Tunisia. Probably Netherlands, Japan, but anything could happen. It's the World Cup. Group G. Belgium, IR, Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. Definitely a weaker group, but everybody has a chance. Weaker group, but everybody has a chance to win. It'll be an interesting one to watch because it's very even. It's a very parity group. Very interesting. A parity group there out of Belgium, Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. Be an interesting one to watch. There's no really big favorite. Belgium is coming off their golden generation, but they're kind of growing into a second one. Iran's very good. Egypt still has Salah, but he's not really playing well right now. January probably give me more of an idea if it's just a Liverpool problem or not. New Zealand, they're tough, so that'll be interesting. Group H, you have Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, Cabo Verde. Spain probably wins the group. Uruguay, Saudi Arabia fighting for second. Cabo Verde is there to be there. It'll be interesting, but Spain's probably a big favorite in that group. Group I. This one, I think's the group of death. France, Senegal, Norway, and the winner of FIFA Playoff 2. One of the 3 countries of Bolivia, Suriname, and Iraq. It is certainly even more of a group of death if it's Iraq. Bolivia, not so. Suriname, not so. It's a little bit easier if it's one of those 2, to be real. I like what Suriname's doing. Bolivia are altitude merchants, and Mexico ain't as crazy as Bolivia. Suriname, Iraq probably is the better team on paper. I want Suriname to make it. I'm a little bit worried they won't, but if it's Iraq, Group I definitely is a group of death. If it's not, it still is. If it's Suriname, it still is, or Bolivia, it still is, but not to the certain extent of Iraq. But France, Senegal, Norway, they're going to beat the hell out of each other. It's going to be interesting. Group I is probably the group of death. Group J, Argentina, Austria, Algeria, and Jordan. Argentina probably should walk away with this one. Let's be real. Austria, Algeria probably are fighting for second. I would probably think Group J is one of the groups that have a Group 3 third place advancer, probably. But Group J is definitely an obvious win. Everybody else fighting for second and third. Group K, Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and the winner of FIFA Playoff 1. The countries being New Caledonia, Jamaica, and DR Congo. I hope it's Jamaica in the group. I think it is, but Congo has a really good chance to be there. Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan. Portugal, that Colombia match is going to be tough. Uzbekistan is probably the one that's going down to everybody. Probably. Their first ever World Cup. Portugal should win the group, but there's a lot of questions to it. It's a tough group for sure. Group L, we have England, Croatia, Panama, and Ghana. England, Croatia, Panama. England, Croatia, and Ghana all fine for top 2. Panama not so, unless they find their pre-World Cup qualifiers form, which they almost choked anyway. But England, Croatia, that's going to be an interesting match. Definitely so. So the easiest group to me, I'm going to stick with it. Canada has the easiest group. I think Canada has the easiest group at the World Cup. I like the group they got. I think all 3 hosts got a mostly easy group, but Canada got the easiest. Makes me wonder, is this tournament really rigged for the United States? Either way, some people say it is, but either way, I love the group Canada got. We should be in the knockout stage unless absolute disaster strikes, but we're playing open play teams that don't park the bus. That's our problem. We should win the group. But with that being said, I'm happy with Canada's draw. Italy may play Canada at the World Cup, which is awesome. It's a dream I've always had. Of course, Italy has to win in March twice to have that happen, and we'll cover those games as well. Well, we also cover the CONCACAF game, or the FIFA games, FIFA playoff games. We're going to see how it goes. Be interesting. With that being said, Canada got the easiest group at a World Cup. What a time to be alive. Group of death is Group I, for sure. With that being said, pretty even tournament, all things considered. I don't think there's really many crazy groups. I think it's pretty obvious who's going to advance and who's not, at least 1 and 2. I guess the third place teams, that might be a little bit more questionable, but either way, we have a FIFA World Cup. We have a draw, and we know what it's going to look like mostly, and then March, we're going to definitely know what it looks like before we get to the first match in June of 2026. It'll be here before you know it. It'll be here before you know it, and Canada's got the easiest group. You love to see it. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for the MLS Cup Final. Live in RSR, 1:30 Central, 1:25 Central, 2:25 Eastern. It's a suit day. We got Miami versus Vancouver Whitecaps. We'll be live for the final. We'll have some fun with it. Also, we will be back on Sunday morning for the Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and we'll see a World Drivers' Champion crowned in Abu Dhabi, whether that be Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, or Max Verstappen. So, we still have 2 more things this weekend, 2 early streams, one earlier than the other, but all 3 of these are early-ish streams. But I will see you tomorrow for the MLS Cup. We have a trophy to give out. Who will get their first star? We'll find out. I will see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.